Testing. We are about to go live. Stand by, we're loading up TikTok. We are live on TikTok. We're getting the TikTokers in. Stand by, guys. We are almost ready to rock. We're live on TikTok right now. We are about to go live on all of your platforms. Stand by. Stand by. We are live. Okay, let's rock. We're getting the TikTokers queued up. We're about to go live. What an epic game tonight. Crazy game. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are live. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Jason J. Daniels Show. What a crazy night for the Fever. Fever, Curb, Stomp, Phoenix. If you didn't like that, man, you are dead inside. What a crazy game. That was insane. That was everything we've been talking about. The first quarter was coached by Stephanie White, and that's what you get from Stephanie White. The second, third, and fourth quarter was coached by Caitlin Clark, your MVP. Caitlin Clark had an MVP performance. Don't talk to me about anybody else in the W. It's Caitlin Clark. Only a player like that can be down by 16, get back in the second quarter, score 15 all by herself and 2 assists, and take the team to the promised land. What an amazing game. We saw it all, man. I am so psyched. Thank you for joining me tonight. We've got everybody queuing up. We got the TikTokers queuing up. We got people live on YouTube watching. You guys are fantastic. I'm moderating the YouTube chat. We've got Desiree, the goddess of the TikTok chat. She is monitoring that. Don't trifle with her. She is not one to be played with. She is a serious friend of the podcast. We love Desiree. Guys, what an incredible night. Thanks for joining me. I'm Jason J. Daniel. Man, it has been a fantastic week. I have had in the last 3 weeks 400 new followers on or subscribers on YouTube, and you guys are incredible. I had the biggest crowd on YouTube the night before last, the biggest show ever in the thousands. So thank you guys for everything. But this is why you're here. You're here to talk about an epic win. You know, and I know that we thought it was over at the end of the first quarter. I thought this team has thrown in the towel. They're done. They are going to get Stephanie White fired as fast as they possibly can. But Caitlin Clark stepped in and she took over. And that's what you want to see. Guys, we're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube at the same time. We're simulcasting. Again, we have Desiree who's monitoring the chat. Jump in the chat. I will answer your questions and I'll take your comments. But what an incredible night. I'll give you my breakdown. I've got the stats here. It was chaos, man. It was insane. Look, if you've been watching, my podcast, everything I've been demanding this soft team to do, they did tonight. They got upset. They got nasty. They shut the game down, man. Caitlin did the meme. She's doing the arms. Caitlyn was complaining about everything. Stephanie White looked clueless, but even she got in the mix. They got technicals on top of technicals. Sophie gave him the death finger. That was insane. Hines-Allen got thrown out. Finally, somebody got tossed. This is exactly what you need to see. You need to see fire from the Fever. They curb stomped the Phoenix Mercury. We knew they should have. We knew that was a team they needed to beat, but we were all panicked. Let's be honest. I was concerned. You were concerned. And when they went down by 15 or 16 in the first quarter, and then Stephanie White, the clown show, pulled all the starters except for Kelsey Mitchell, that was insanity. I've never seen that before. I lost my mind and thought, it is over. I did a TikTok right away and started criticizing Stephanie White and said, this team is shutting down on her. They're trying to get her fired, which they are. But then, boom, Caitlin Clark put on the Super Caitlin cape, stepped back on the court, and had an MVP performance. Don't ever talk about anybody other than Caitlin Clark when you're talking about the MVP this year to me, because nobody does that like her. That's what an MVP does. They get on the court when you're down by 15 or 16 and they give you 15 and 2 assists. That's what you want to see from your GOAT. This is why we pay all this money to watch Caitlin Clark. We pay the money not to watch all these mediocre other teams. We pay to watch the Fever get furious, and that's what I love to see, man. We're at double digits on TikTok. You guys are crazy. Let's look. Desiree, sorry, I'm now just getting in the chat. Ramona said they did very well tonight. Loved how the girls came together. That's a great way to put it. I like to call it curb stomped, but we're saying the same thing. Guys, we're at double digits on YouTube. Double digits on TikTok. We're simulcasting. I'm checking out the YouTube chat. And then Desiree's monitoring the TikTok chat. Crazy. Who said that? Color. Colon cancer fighter. Okay, right on. We hate colon cancer. Said crazy. It was crazy with a K. Man, Clark just became the MVP. There's no way you can tell me anyone else is at MVP level. She stepped in when that game was over. The game was over in the first quarter. Stephanie White threw in the towel. She took out the starters to make it clear that she was against them. They made it clear they were against her. You saw the look in their faces. You saw the body language. The last time I saw a team quit on a coach like that was like 10 years ago. I was like, we knew it. I knew it. This is the end of the Fever season. But Caitlin Clark said, I got something else to show you. And she just cannot be denied. She worked them like a puppet and made them so mad that Dewana Bonner became Dewana Vader. She just went into villain mode, which I love because she's a total villain. And she just started to freak out, have a fit, and you knew she was going to do something physical to Caitlin or say something, and you knew Caitlin was going to fight back. That was amazing. And Hines-Allen got tossed, baby. Somebody finally got tossed. They got, 5 technicals? It was chaos. This is what I've been telling you for weeks. If you've been watching my show, I've told you this team doesn't have passion. I need to see passion. And how I see passion is action. I need them to fight back physically, emotionally, and get their spirits up and come together as a team. That's one of the biggest things I noticed tonight is they all finally came together as a team and supported Caitlin and just got mad. How about we just get mad and we get furious and we curb stomp a team that we should curb stomp? I hate it when people say we, but I had to say we because, man, I just felt that victory tonight. Great game tonight, Mad Dog said. Go Fever. Go Fever. That was a fun game. That took our spirits right back up. After that debacle last time, this is what the doctor ordered, or this is what the Clark ordered. Cranky Boomer said 6 texts. Thank you, Cranky Boomer. I kind of feel like a cranky boomer every once in a while. 6 texts. That's right. It's crazy. We have over 1,500 hearts on TikTok. We have 2 gifts already. Thank you, guys. 5 new followers. Thank you. Our magic number was 8. I forgot to tell you the magic number on TikTok is 8. You guys were almost there. We're double digits on TikTok and growing. We're double digits on YouTube. Again, we had the biggest crowd 2 nights ago on YouTube and TikTok. You guys are amazing. Thank you. What's the YouTube chat saying? Just my 2 cents says performance. You got to be cut out. You got to be out of your mind or too old to beat a bottom of the barrel team. Just your 2 cents is worth pretty much 2 cents. I'm a little older than you, apparently, and you're obviously a moron, and you don't know what you're talking about, but feel free to try to joust me. You can't ruin this tonight. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and you don't. Exactly what they did to this team is what you're supposed to do to that team. So you can just turn this off. I don't need your negativity. This is for positive people only. You're irrelevant. But I'll tell you who's also irrelevant. Stephanie White, which you obviously worship, your grandmama. She's irrelevant. She's on her way out. They're going to fire her around the what do you call it, the All-Star break. They're going to fire her because it's pretty clear this team shut down on them. But Caitlin Clark put on the cape, and she became Super Caitlin, and she did what we pay all that streaming money to watch her do. Look, I pay $200 in streaming. I'm sure you do too, to watch all these games. I don't want to see Stephanie White ruin the passion of the Fever. I don't want to see her ruin the flow of the offense. I don't want to see her be a buffoon. I want to see Caitlin take over. I want to see Sophie take over. Lexi, Hines-Allen flex on them. I want to see Timsman. I want to see them all, and obviously AB. I want to see AB working in the paint. This was a great night tonight. You can't spoil my vibe, man. Iowa representing Cranky Boomer. What's up, Cranky Boomer? Thank you, man. Iowa in the house. Let's see here. Thank you for the follow, Cranky Boomer. Who did I miss on the chat? Let's see here. You guys are killing me with the hearts, killing me in a good way. Thank you. Go Fever. Guys, thank you for everything you do to follow us. So let's get into it, man. If you didn't watch it, we had Caitlin Clark become Super Caitlin. They were down by 16 points. It was a disaster. Stephanie White was just pretty much mailing it in. The team was mailing it in. They were at home. I actually forgot they were at home. It was so weird. I'm like, wow, they were playing so bad. I thought, wow, they're struggling on the road. And then I woke up and went, wait a second, we're at home. The crowd was dying. It was dead. Everything was flat. Caitlin looked like a zombie. Nobody had any emotion. You knew that they were trying to mail it in. And, man, they sent that message. Let's see here. Cranky Boomer said, thank you, Cranky, for hanging in there. The second quarter was awesome. It was pretty crazy. Caitlin Clark did what nobody else can do. She created separation. She scored in all sorts of different ways. You see, they say Asia and others can be MVP, which is fine, but they're very one-dimensional. Sorry, in my opinion, they're not like Caitlin Clark. They don't have what she has. When they are refereeing the game and doing it fairly, officiating it fairly, this is what you see, an unstoppable Caitlin Clark. She, at basically effortless, I mean, it took a little bit of effort. She scored 15 points by herself, put that team on her back. She was shooting threes from the garage, man. It was insanity, but she was so used to it. We're expecting Caitlin to bring this team back, and she's expecting it too. That's what's special about her, is she knows what she's capable of. Guys, we're in double digits on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you so much. Somebody tried to spoil my vibe earlier, but they couldn't do it. What is Stephanie White doing wrong? Richard Williams said. Richard Williams, you're not a basketball fan. You're obviously trolling, so I'm not going to answer that question. You wouldn't even understand it if I told you. Let's see here. Cranky Boomer said 35 points in the second, 30 in the third. CC balled out. She was balling. It was crazy, man. She could have done more, but Stephanie gave her a blow in the fourth, gave it some space. Caitlin, I think, was at 21 points when she pulled her out. She went ahead and scored 24, almost a double-double. She's always sniffing a double-double. She sometimes scratches the surface of a triple-double. Caitlin Clark is pretty much good for a double-double every night. It is insanity. She has worked on that mid-jumper in the key, and she was working it. She was getting separation. I think she was shocked at the separation she was getting, which is fine because that's what good players do. They adjust to what the defense gives them, and they are automatic. She looked smooth. Once she knew, this is what I think happened. Once she knew Stephanie White didn't give a fuck and she wasn't going to coach them, she got back on the floor and said, let's just rock. And you could see Stephanie was befuddled. She had no idea what she was doing. They tried to have a substitution without a substitution moment and got a technical. That just shows you how bad the coaching is. It is so chaotic with the Fever coaching. When they make mistakes, even the announcers don't know what happened. We're at double digits on YouTube, double digits on TikTok. Guys, I'm monitoring the YouTube chat. Desiree's monitoring the TikTok chat. Desiree's the goddess of the chat. Let's see here, guys. Thank you for the hearts. Let's see here. Oh, Richard Williams said, hello from Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay, Richard, sorry. I was being mean to you. Maybe you really wanted to know what Stephanie's doing wrong. How about this? All right. Thank you for watching from Salt Lake. You're probably mad at me. I didn't mean to get on you. I'm just excited. How about this? Watch my last 2 videos. Watch the last live, and you'll know everything. Vaughn D, Vaughn D 77 said, I don't know what all the hate is about. I didn't know the whole WNBA existed until CC got there. 100%, man. Here, I'll tell you what's going on with the hate. The hate is more complex than people realize. There's so many multi-levels to it. The first situation is this. Caitlin Clark is so undeniably good. She came onto the scene, and everyone made her rich and famous overnight. Now, it wasn't overnight because she's been working for years. She'd been in the scene for 4 years. I mean, when she was a teenager, before she got to college, she's been in the scene, just doing her thing. But the last 2 years at Iowa were pretty impressive. She was changing the game, buzzer beaters. She was going viral. It was a huge time for her. I mean, think about the internet 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and look where it is now. So everything Caitlin Clark does is money. She's viral. She's huge. Every time she sneezes, she makes money. And she came in with a Nike deal that was the richest deal anybody's ever had in the women's basketball game. With her also on top of the NIL money she got. She came in at like $30 million rich. She's a millionaire. So when she got on the floor, guess who she's playing with? A bunch of broke people. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude, but there was mega jealousy because all of these ladies in the W, first of all, here's another thing. I'm glad we're talking about this. The WNBA, half of the league was journey players that weren't even at college level. These ladies weren't that good. They air balls, could barely hit layups. It was basically you're making 9 to 5 job money. There was really no economy of the WNBA. It's been around forever. There's been franchises that have come and gone. They've never been able to make money. These franchises are supported by the NBA teams. It's always been it's been subsidized. It's never made a profit until Caitlin Clark showed up and brought the money and brought the prestige, brought the eyeballs. Now we're all watching it. I never watched it before she came into it, but I watched women's basketball because it was always more competitive. It was always better coached. Better superstars, more entertaining, better production. So I watched that for years, but I never watched the W because it didn't translate. But they were forced to change for Caitlin Clark. That's the problem. They were forced to change their process, their branding, their game to fit in how large Caitlin Clark's footprint was. That's all the jealousy. Cranky Boomer, SCC 918. CC is a freaking beast. I love watching her play. That's how I feel, man. I'm so excited. It was incredible to see her go from zombie land to MVP, put the cape on, and just take this team home. We've got double digits in TikTok, double digits in the YouTube, on the YouTube viewers, and we got the chat. Let's see here. Joni Richardson on YouTube says, Hines-Allen starting to become a favorite. Yeah, I've been a huge favorite of Hines-Allen because she runs amazing screens. I was just waiting for Hines-Allen to just get pissed, man. And Hines-Allen just got mad, and I just think got ejected just to do it. It was in the air, man. It was crazy. Speaking of that, here's something that was hilarious. Okay, we had all this chaos in the fourth quarter, right? All this chaos and all this drama, right? Technical fouls and Caitlin Clark doing this and Bonner just being evil and all this stuff, and then Sophie doing the whole thing, right? And then after all that chaos, Kelsey Mitchell, who was out of it, is the first one to get bloodied, right? Then a couple of plays later, like right after, Kelsey Mitchell gets her mouth broken open, and she's bleeding. She's on the ground, but everybody else is fine, but she stayed out of it. It's just really, it was super hilarious to me. I'm like, not that she got hurt, but I was like, how ironic was that? The only Peacemaker that totally stayed out of it was the only one that got punched in the mouth. Mad Dog, I just started watching the W since CC, 100%, me too. And my life has changed. They were all Angel Reese before CC got there. That's right, Von D. They were just like Angel Reese. In fact, you can see highlights that they put together on YouTube of people who, of players who just couldn't do anything. It was a joke. The WNBA was a joke. And then Caitlin showed up, and she proved that it didn't have to be a joke, that it could actually be a worldwide brand. They had to increase the capacity of the places they were playing, they had to go to the NBA arenas. We all know this. I'm just saying, it's insane when you think about it. We're in the third year, almost half of her third year, and look at the impact she's had. And these kind of games that you see tonight are fantastic. I know a hater jumped in earlier and said, it's a terrible team, blah, blah, blah. Well, how about this? No team you can sleep on. Look at what happened with the Lynx and look with the Mystics. They're running through some of these bigger teams. Some of it's refereeing. But anyway, you can't sleep on any team because the level of play has risen all around the W, especially in the last two drafts. The Caitlyn draft and the last two drafts after these last three drafts have brought in insane talent. These ladies are awesome. Beckers, you name it, right? They just, you know, even Olivia Miles, I'll give her flowers, even though I think she's a fraud. But anyway, there's just really fun moments to watch, fun players. So Caitlin Clark always lets you know that the W can go even higher when you see her play. But the refs have to let her go, and that's what happened. The refs actually had a decent night. I know that some people thought they couldn't manage it, but that's very difficult to manage all those ladies going wild. It's very difficult. Fever gone wild, that's not easy, right? Cranky Boomer, your excitement is awesome. Thank you, my friend. Look, I love this shit. I've been watching basketball for 20 years, right? And the NBA was losing me. I stopped watching it 5 years ago for all the reasons. I could just go on forever. So I was missing it. So I'm watching college. I'm loving college basketball. And then Caitlin Clark changed everything. And then the W got on the radar. And it was just exciting to see them try to put it together. Everything's a drama. We're watching history. So I was like energized. I love basketball. I played in college. I love it. I know the game so well. And that's why I knew the NBA is screwing it up. The finals it seemed fake to me. It seemed rigged. They were letting guys do big shots for final wins, and there's no defense. It was just a joke to me. But now the WNBA has gotten my attention, especially with Caitlin. But there's a lot of great ladies. Look, I can watch any game and enjoy it, but I really enjoy watching the Fever. Mad Dog, I was so glad to see our girls, finally fighting back. They've been pushed around. I call them the ladies, but that works. Yes, I was so excited. Now, if you've watched the show, the last couple of, and I see you guys subscribing on YouTube, by the way. I'm going to call you out in a second. Thank you, guys. We're double digits on YouTube. If you've been watching my show the last week, all I've been saying is somebody needs to get a technical and get thrown out. Somebody needs to start a fight, honestly. Somebody needs to get physical, push somebody down, knock somebody down. We need a riot, and we got it. It was the most glorious thing. I was in the pool, right? I'm in the pool. I got family in the pool. I'm watching the game, and I'm like trying to be civil, but this goes down while I'm in the pool, and I got people doing their thing, and I'm like about to squeal. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, this is what I've been waiting for, and they finally gave it to me. What it was passion. It wasn't just the physicality of it. It was, you're not going to push us around anymore. We are going to defend Caitlin Clark, and that's what I love. The ladies surrounded Caitlin Clark. You can see them pulling it together, grabbing Caitlin, getting together. They were protecting their star, and now they have something to fight over because they know Stephanie's gone. This is an indicator that they know Stephanie's on the way out, and they have something to fight for. The way they looked in the first quarter let me know the story. That was a storyline. The way they rolled over and didn't try, and they went down like that, Stephanie pulled them all out because she knew what they were doing. She knew they were trying to throw that game, so she pulled them all out, except for Kelsey Mitchell, because Kelsey's not a part of it. She knows she's lost that locker room. But the one person who won that locker room was Caitlin Clark, and that's who we're paying to see. We don't want the drama. I want the drama to be over. I want to see games like this. Now, not the chaos. I want to see good basketball, but I want to see passion. I want to see heart. I want to see physicality. I want to see some very good technical, fundamental basketball. Guys, we're in double digits on YouTube. Thank you. We're in double digits on TikTok on a Monday night. You guys, when you watch the replay, you're going to go, what a great show. What a great night it was. John 14M says, hey, bro, you're very disappointed on what you said. Whatever, I'm not going to get into that. That's another thing. If you want to talk about Sue Bird, that's fine. He wants to talk about Sue Bird and the coaching. Whatever, dude. You can talk to me offline. We're talking about tonight's game, but I appreciate that. Don't bring us down. AZ Fudd is a great rookie. Allison, fair enough. Okay, thank you. Fudd, thank you. I missed that, but thank you. Thanks for calling me out. I like that. Let's see here. Skull Brain says the WNBA got a lot of good teams. They have maybe 4. They don't have a lot. But I hear what you're saying. You enjoy it, that's fine. but they really don't have a lot of good teams. Look at the Parity, okay? And they're not playing enough games right now to let you know who really is that good, but they have a lot of good players on different teams, but there's only maybe a handful of good teams. Look, I'll even say the Fever are not a good team. Look, they just got their 10th win. They're 10-7, I think. That's not a good team, but it's an exciting team. So if you mean it's an exciting team, I can work with you on that. John 4-4M in the YouTube chat. Let me reference you again. I appreciate what you were saying, but this is not the show for that. If you want to talk about coaching, hit me up offline. I will respond to you. I've actually been in the comments. I've gotten hundreds of comments in the last week, and I've been in the comments. And if you're disappointed in me, I'll win you back. Trust me. I don't want you to be disappointed in me. Coach Thames said CC took over in the second quarter, 15 points. It was insane, and 2 assists. Yes, she did an MVP performance. I'm glad you brought that up. People have asked me, how do you judge an MVP performance? That's an MVP, not somebody that can score a lot of points when your team is losing. Hell, I don't even think a winning team is necessarily going to have an MVP. But an MVP does what Caitlin Clark did. She went in, and the team was down 16, and all hope was lost. It was a wrap. You and I both knew it. But she went back in, and she scored 16 and was responsible for 2 assists, which is another 4 points. Jesus, man. She added 20 points to their total, and they went up, and they never looked back. And they blew them up, man. I mean, at one point, I think they had a 25-point lead. 86-77 was the final, and it didn't even seem that close. Cranky Boomer, sorry, I missed that one. Yandi, another girl to watch is Sonia Siron Crichton. Is that how you say it? I know I always get her name wrong. That girl can ball. Yeah, fair enough. I like to watch her play, but she's kind of boring to me. Now, and I'm not being derogatory, she's so fundamental that she's kind of a snoozer, but I'm with you on that. But fundamental's not bad. I love fundamental basketball, but she's not as exciting to me, but I'm with you on that. We're in double digits on TikTok. Almost 10,000 hearts on TikTok. We're at 12 new followers on TikTok. Thank you guys on the TikTok chat. You guys are amazing. We're over our magic number. John F4M is in the YouTube chat, and he is still blowing me up over coaching. I will talk to you later about it, my friend. I appreciate that. I'll talk about Stephanie White, but talking about other coaches that are prospectively on the bubble is relevant, but not right now. Thank you, though. CC took over in the second quarter. MCE Music Reactions / I have been wanting to find a WNBA live chat. Well, you found the place, my friend. You've got me and Desiree, the goddess of the chat. She is amazing. She is my lifeline. So you guys got to give her flowers. She keeps it clean, and she makes this work. It's a production. We work hard on this because we love it. And if you like this, we get into NFL too, and it's going to be another level. We're back to the YouTube chat. We've got John again. I'm the one who mentioned Don Staley and Sue Burt. Why are you trolling me, baby? You are obsessed with me. That's okay. My last 2 relationships were obsessed with me too, and I'm paying alimony. So I don't want to pay you either. I'm going back to TikTok. Cranky Boomer, she went elite in the second quarter. Yeah, she was another level. It is something to be studied. Caitlin Clark will be studied by historians. Everything she's gone through, everything she can do, the ability to change a game, I call it Thanos principle. She has the Thanos principle. That's something I call it. She snaps her finger, the game changes, and they never get back in. The opponents disappear. That's the power Caitlin Clark has. Now, if her team does what they did tonight, get vicious, get nasty, I love them getting funky and nasty. Hines-Allen got thrown out. When Hines-Allen got thrown out, I'm in the pool, and I was doing this with my mouth going, I couldn't scream. I had to be civil. I was like, go, baby, go. This is what I've been asking for. This is what I've been wanting. I've been wanting the Fever to get out of soft land and get into tough mode, and that's what they did. Look, DeWanna Bonner is also the op, okay? DeWanna Bonner hates the Fever. Fever hate her. It's probably an act, but it's all good. So it was a perfect foil. Now, you know what's exciting is we got a back-to-back. Technically, we got a day off, but they're going to play him again, which should be pretty dope. I don't expect the fighting and all that because they got it out of their system. I think that the Mercury will really try to win and stay technical. I think their coach will rally them. Clearly, you know what I love about it? The Fever got in their head. The Fever got in their head and camped out, and they got mental on them. They beat them down with the psychology, and that's what I love. We got Parallel Post said in the YouTube chat, and by the way, guys, I'm just reading these chats. I'm diving in. I'm risking my life here. Let's see here. White didn't tell her team to close their fists, so the girls closed their fists in the first quarter. Right on. Cranky Boomer, you just jumped into the YouTube. Dude, you're amazing. Don't you like the YouTube? It's a little bigger, right? And you just subscribe. Check this out. Cranky Boomer, you're my hero of the night. You've got Caitlin on one side and Cranky Boomer on the other. Cranky Boomer not only subscribed on TikTok, but he went to YouTube at Jason J. Daniel. So guys, if you're on YouTube, you can go to TikTok, Real Jason J. Daniel, or Jason J. Daniel on YouTube. We're simulcasting. It might be a little off as far as the timing, but it's the same show. Thank you, Cranky Boomer. Speaking of that, let me take a look at who is subscribed in YouTube. We've got Cranky Boomer, Lynn Durbastone. Thank you so much. You guys just subscribed. You guys are amazing. Thank you. By the way, my name is Jason J. Daniel. I do sports talk on TikTok. We're almost at 10,000 followers. And then we also have YouTube, which we're growing. Pushing 2K. I'm working hard to get to, well, I'm a little under, but I'm working hard to get to 2K on YouTube. Thank you. Cranky Boomer said, do want to quit or win? Well, okay, I don't like using that word. It has a connotation, so you can use that word. No offense to you, but it's a word I don't like to use often because sometimes people can take it wrong. But I see your point. She went tough guy. AT chose to hack her up. MHA, I like that, said, not in my house. I loved it. Hines-Allen got like physically upset. Hines-Allen got like, emotional. I was like, she's like at that almost I'm gonna start crying level. She was like fed up with it, man. And she got tossed so fast. But I was like, that's what you need, man. That's old school, dirty smash mouth, nasty basketball. I need some nasty basketball. And that finally got my spirits up. Dude, I was concerned, guys. I was really concerned that tonight's show would be me depressed. After that first quarter, I was like, how are they going to get out of this hole? Because clearly they don't have the coaching IQ. John R. 14, you're still in the YouTube chat. Thank you for stalking me. Keep it popping. I'll catch up on that later. Cranky Boomer said Fever now has now gas 2 bounces. I think you mean has 2 bounces. You mean DQs? Right on. You know, hey, I love it. I love it. Look, this one was perfect. I don't expect to see one for a while. And Caitlin is on the level where she's going to get a suspension. Did you watch the press conference? That was something they're addressing. So I expect Caitlin to get suspended because she's on a mission to change the bullshit with the reffing. And she's clearly on a mission to get her coach fired. Look, Caitlin will stay with the Fever if they get a new coach. If they don't, she's going to a better market. Forever a Swiftie, who is Desiree, my fave, said subscribe. Exclusive stickers, $2.99 to subscribe. We have a killer fantasy football league. It goes up to $10 a person if you subscribe after preseason. But right now, get in for $3 and you get notified on all the lives. We kill the NFL. You think this is fun? We get crazy. You think the chat's brutal now? NFL, everybody hates me on NFL. Lee Richardson on YouTube says, we need a Sophie finger point meme. Baby, it's cut. On YouTube, you can't see the full, but on the graphic, if you look at the main graphic, I have Sophie pointing. It's so iconic. I love it. You can't see it on this one right here that I have here because it's cut off, but it's on there. I love it. You can kind of see the finger right there. You can kind of see it up there. Let's see here. Lee Richardson. CC said, I'm going to do exactly what Stephanie White says in the first quarter. Well, fair enough. Look, I have to say, look, you know, she has a very difficult situation to work with. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's probably one day you're feeling good, the next day you're feeling terrible. But I'll say this, a win like this really solves a lot of problems temporarily. I don't think Stephanie White's going to survive, but I'll say this. If she does survive, it's going to be a winning record. It's going to be a championship run and CC MVP. That's the only way she can prove to all of us, because we run the game on social media. Let's not fool ourselves. This is, we are the game. We are the ones paying for this shit. We are the ones watching. If Stephanie White wants to survive, she's going to have to get her shit together, and we need to see some very, very good accomplishments from this team, and especially Caitlin Clark. CC will lead, GG of the DMV. Good to see you back. That's a name you'll never forget. The DMV makes me kind of scared, but I'm with you. CC will leave AB behind. Well, yeah, here's the thing. If Caitlin Clark goes to another market, AB's in for 6 years. She signed the max. 6.5, I think, for 6 years or 5 years. She's committed to the Fever. Caitlyn is not at that level, and Caitlyn's going to have to find a way to make more money than the max. They can't pay her more than $6 million. The cap is $7 million. It's crazy. So it's, look, if Caitlyn Clark wants to take a pay cut, cool, but I don't think it's worth it. Look, she was taking a pay cut to be on this team at this point. It's not been worth it. Sorry, I finally had to take a drink. Members only said, Fever won because of me. I said my prayers and ate my vitamins. You said your prayers, brother, and you ate your vitamins, and you made it happen for the Fever. And the Lord spoke. Look, the Lord came down and blessed us all, baby. So you keep praying. I need all the prayers I can get. I love that. You knew I was going to try to do the Hulkster if you threw that out there. Let's see. Lee Richardson said, and then went rogue. Cece went rogue. Well, I got to say, it wasn't quite rogue because that's what Caitlyn Clark does. She goes nuts over every little thing, which I totally love. Speaking of, look, when you give, I understand now why these ladies are wearing her like a blanket or covering her like a blanket is because if she gets a little separation, it is a wrap. You can't, especially with that new fadeaway. That is a deep fadeaway. You guys don't even realize how much of a fadeaway that is. She's been working on that game, and that's what's frightening is Caitlyn Clark works on her game. She is, and look, and I think they all. Oh, by the way, working on your game. Free throws. They had a great night with free throws. You know, I've been complaining about that. It was a great night all around for Caitlyn the coach, okay? It wasn't Stephanie White. It was Caitlyn the coach. Stephanie White coached the first quarter, and you got what you got. Caitlyn coached the rest of the quarters, and you got what you got. Let's go to the YouTube chat. Forever Swifty said, Forever Swifty put up, go to Jason J. Daniel on YouTube. It's a bigger screen, guys, with a little more graphics if you want that. Fever Dub, Shaky. What's up, Shaky? Fever Dub. I know we needed a Fever Dub. Now, they should beat them again, but it's not going to be easy because it's bad blood. That's for you, Desiree. It was bad blood. A lot of bad blood. Dewana Bonner and the entire Fever organization, bad blood. Caitlyn Clark and Dewana Bonner and pretty much Stephanie White, there's that bad blood. And the refs. And you got Sophie Cunningham, Dewana Bonner giving her the death finger, gave her the finger. There's bad blood. Hines-Allen with anybody. She's waiting to get thrown out. And Kelsey Mitchell was the only one that didn't have bad blood, and she got punched in the face. That was crazy. I would laugh so hard. I felt bad for her. I was like, the only person who wasn't in that whole scrum and that whole chaos who was being nice on the bench, got punched in the face and was bleeding. And I was like, that's too much, man. Mr. 8658. By the way, we got double digits on YouTube and double digits on TikTok. Mr. 86586. Players and coaches need to understand that they're legitimately and fundamentally, I'm the same team trying to accomplish the same thing. Not sure what you mean by that, but I think we're on the same page. Cranky Boomer says, CCS 5 text, 3 more in suspension. She joked about it. Everyone should mark on their calendars for suspension. I saw that, yeah. I referenced it a little earlier. I didn't see I saw the quote. I didn't quite watch the clip, so I didn't want to speak on authority, but you must have watched it. Yeah, she's ready to get suspended, and that's what I've been saying. Caitlyn Clark is on a mission. She's on a mission to get suspended or to get technicals. She's on a mission to make it a point, because if Caitlyn Clark, how about this? If Caitlyn Clark gets suspended for techs, it's going to be a worldwide story, and everyone's going to blame the referees and Stephanie White. Caitlyn knows exactly what she's doing. Bella Lee, I had to laugh when Methany ran with the board like she was drawing up some big play when Fever was like 15 or 16, just to make herself, Bethany. She does look like she's using a little bit. I know, we're being mean. Just to make herself look like she's doing something. Sit down, Methany. 100%. She was clueless. Clueless. When she took, here's how I knew it was a wrap for her. She pulled the starters. She pulled the starters in the first quarter except for Kelsey Mitchell. And here's what's bananas about that is the announcers didn't even make a thing of it. That was a big deal to pull Caitlyn Clark and AB, to pull your starters, but one right in the middle of the first quarter was a big deal. It was stunning. And I think the announcers either didn't know, but I'm not sold they even know basketball. I know some of them played it, but trust me, there are some people in the NFL that don't even know half the rules that still play it, okay? So they either didn't know basketball or they were trying to not make a thing of it because it would have pointed the finger at White. John F4M is still going crazy on me in the chat, baby. I think we're in love. Scott, he's going crazy. Scott, 78D, that's interesting. Oh, you love when Cece and Sophie act like that, but here we go. Oh, here we go. An Angel Reese supporter. Okay, well, let's joust this. Let's joust, Scott. Oh, I love it when Cece and Sophie act like that, but let Angel stick her hand in another player's face. Y'all would have crucified her. That's some strong language, baby. I don't think that what they did is wrong, but because this is sports, just be fair. Scott, here's what you should do. I hear you. You should watch my last show. There's chapters. Jump to where you can YouTube. I can create chapters. Jump to where I talk about Angel Reese. Then go to the show I called the show Nightmare on Reese Street because Angel Reese was dominant. I gave her a lot of props. I even said she is vicious and nasty, but that's how you win. I said I don't blame her. I even said if she keeps it going, hear me, give you the Hulkster, she's a future Hall of Famer. I said those words. Catch up. We agree. Eric C411, she pulled everybody, 5-point first quarter. No, well, Kelsey Mitchell stayed in, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she put her back in and I missed it, but I thought she left Kelsey Mitchell in. And Kelsey Mitchell took that 3 at the end, right? And hit the 3. So, but hey, look, we're saying the same thing, essentially. 4 is 5. Let's go back to TikTok. The chat is popping. We're double digits in TikTok, double digits on YouTube. Shaky said, love MHA. We call her MHA now. Thrown out. I said the same thing about Kim, right? Poor Kelsey Mitchell. She's on the ground bleeding and shit. And everybody's like, hey, sorry. Hey, on that Kelsey Mitchell hit, that was Mortal Kombat. How many elbows do you throw when you're doing a layup? That was insanity. I was cool with the result. Take away the basket. That's good. It was a technical. It wasn't a common foul. It was an offensive foul with a flagrant. You can't go fucking go nuts on your elbows, dude. You can't do that shit. But it's okay. At that point, the referees were really trying to dial it down. And what did I tell you? What did I tell you? I told you. You guys have to catch up. If I can find that clip, I'll post it. I told you, if you want to stop the fake fouls, if you want to stop the everybody getting away with murder against the Fever need to fight back, get physical, create chaos. Then the refs will go nuts. They'll tighten it up, and then it becomes fair because refs operate on kinetic energy. That's what they're watching. They're not watching the emotions. They're not hearing people. I mean, they are, but they're following kinetic energy. Look, they did what I said they need to do. Not like they watch my show. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. But the point is they're professionals. They knew what they needed to do. But Stephanie White was holding them back. That's what the problem was. Tonight, they were unhinged. They curb stomped the Phoenix Mercury. It was a good win. Yes, Phoenix is a bad team, but you beat them by 25. You freak them out. You get physical. You get nasty. You knock them down. You embarrass them. That's what you do if you want to be a playoff team. I won't say championship team yet because they're not, but they could get there. If they keep this up, if they let Caitlin Clark go MVP all the time, then they could be a contender. That's all I'm saying. They're still a bad team. 10-7 is not a good team. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is tonight was pivotal for the future of this franchise because I thought they were wrapped. I thought in the first quarter tonight, I thought this team is cooked at least till the end of the All-Star break. I didn't know what to expect, but it was phenomenal. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm trying to catch up on the chat. Okay, let's see here. Look here. Erica C41, shout out Hines-Allen. You can't let Alyssa Thomas bully your team because she will. I love that. Shout out to Hines-Allen. Took one for the team, and that's what you need to do. Hey, look, I was saying earlier, you got all these folks on the bench with all these fouls. They can get 5 fouls. Send them in. See, Caitlin sent him in. You know Caitlin was ordering the team around. She's a general. There's no doubt about it. Caitlin Clark can win a game against any team if you let her be her. There's no doubt about it. We've seen it for 2.5 years. She can do it. Yes, this is a weaker team, but they did what you do to a weaker team. You beat them down, you curb stomp them, you freak them out, you get nasty, you shock the team to their core, and then you walk away humiliating them. That's pro sports. Shaky says on TikTok, Stephanie White let Cece do her thing because the first quarter was a stinker. Well, I think she just couldn't control Caitlyn. I think she's like, okay, put you back in, because she knew Caitlyn just stopped playing. There was no passion in the first quarter. I was like, what's going on with this team? And then when they went down by like 10, I was like, this team they're rolling over in the first quarter on Stephanie. That's exactly what they did. And Stephanie got the message. She was clueless. Oh my God. We're going another 15 minutes. It's a late night. It was a West Coast game, so late night for you guys. Thank you guys for hanging in here on Monday night. Double digits on YouTube. The YouTube chat is popping. We got some ops in the chat, but I like it. And then double digits on TikTok. Thanks, guys. Let's see here. Vaughn D says, I call for another enforcer to be signed, Ronda Rousey. You love some Ronda Rousey. Me too. You know the cool thing about Ronda? I'm a big MMA fan. Is she hates everybody, and everybody hates her. Hey, Yondi, since you love Ronda, you should get the UFC app, which I have, and it's $60 for the year. You can get the entire archive. Go and watch The Ultimate Fighter. The first 10 seasons has Ronda and Misha being the coaches. I'm speaking your language. You know what I'm talking about. It's one of the best seasons ever. They're young, they're mean, they're feisty. Ronda hates everybody. She's never not hated everybody. Let's see here. John R said, here we go. John's mad at me. Let me read John's John probably has lit me up like 20. Honestly, he's going crazy in the chat. He said, thank God I'm not subscribed. He says, you're just using Caitlin Clark's name to boost my YouTube channel. Well, you know what? I don't know what to say to that other than you're talking to me and you are kind of boosting my channel by continually putting comments in. So I don't know, baby. Maybe you're a little more obsessed with Caitlin than me. I'm just talking about sports. Let's see here. Lee Richardson, let a Rottweiler be a Rottweiler, not a Chihuahua. I'm down with that. Let's see here. Erica411 in YouTube chat says, AB played her worst game maybe ever. She started at the three-point line because she didn't want any physicality. I just think AB is really confused on what Stephanie White wants. And then when Caitlin starts just rocking and rolling, it's like, okay, it's Caitlin's show. Look, Caitlin Clark is an offense designed around Caitlin Clark is not an offense designed around AB, so they have to coexist. Look, Stockton and Malone did it. I always think Stockton and Malone look, that's old school. But my point is, or a little Steph Curry, you know, you could go back to a recent example. Steph Curry he's an outside shooter. He's a slasher. He's a three-point just legend. But they made it work with an inside game. Now, they had a lot of different inside game plans, but they made it work. You can do it. Great win. Lori, what's up? Good to see you. Great win tonight. Go Fever with some hearts. Did you say they won by 25? William Farland. No, I said at one point they were up by 25. I love it when you guys want to try to catch me in my math, but it's okay. I'm good at algebra, but I guess I'm bad at sports math. But no, I said they were up by 25 at one point. Now, if I misspoke and said they won by 25, God bless you. But I did look at my notes when I read the score earlier. Maybe you just joined, and I actually said 86-77 was the final score, but it felt like it was bigger. But thank you for fact-checking me. You guys are very fact-checky tonight. Bella Lee, what's up? They be so far away from the ball handler. We're talking a YouTube chat. Bella Lee, they be so far away from the ball handler when playing defense, giving the ball handler confidence and time to gather themselves to attack the basket. That's bad coaching. Can't argue with that. Bad coaching is the name of the problem. Seeker, what's up, Seeker? We're seeing that AB is really linked to the pick and roll with CC. I want her to be more linked to it. If she's linked to it, it opens up other avenues for AB. I think one of the issues for AB is that she gets blocked more than she wants to get blocked. It's a little unfortunate. I get that. And that's the problem when there's no dunking and everybody's practicing blocks. Blocks are part of the WNBA, just like air balls. You can't take away the air balls. Was it tonight Sophie had an air ball in the first quarter, or a couple of people? And she's a dead-on shooter. Caitlin Clark shot an air ball, I think, last game. It's just part of the game. And it could be that basketball is smaller. It's a little lighter. I don't know. It could be science. I know that sounds weird, but there's some things that you're going to have in the game. That's part of it. Bella Lee, let's see, Lee, what's up? Oh, you guys are talking amongst each other. I love it. Scott 80 in YouTube. Scott 78D said, I'm going to subscribe to your channel because I like hearing different perspectives, but don't kick me out when I come back to your chat when I tell you the truth about CC stuff. Look, Scott, I'm good with that. I won't kick you out. Look, the thing with this other guy, and I didn't even kick him out because I don't kick people out of the YouTube chat. We kick him out of TikTok. I'll tell you why. One quick second. Yandi in TikTok said the soldiers fall into formation easily beyond CC. It's the coach that hasn't drawn up plays. I can't see the end of some of these comments when they're bigger. Yes, look, CC is a winner. Now back to Scott. Yeah, Scott. We kick people out of TikTok. We mute them only because TikTok has a thing where if people get in, I shouldn't be giving the secret away, but it is. If they want to be hateful and say weird shit, TikTok will they'll kill the live. It's not anything I do, but it will think the chat has negativity in it. I even have to be careful with some of the things I say. If I say too many curse words, they'll pull the chat or it'll say you have been like muted. It's weird. So we have to be careful on TikTok. And TikTok gets a lot of crazy people and teenagers that like to pull lives and stuff. So we have to be on top of it, especially later at night. YouTube, knock yourselves out. But look, Scott, we can joust. Some people look, see, here's the thing. There are a lot of people that dislike Caitlin Clark. I get that. And I'm okay if you dislike it on a fundamental level and you talk basketball about it. But if you dislike her for intangibles, that's just pointless and it goes nowhere. It's a waste of time. But I'll hear you. It's just like this when this other guy's just attacking me about Sue Bird. He was attacking me about potential coaches, which was a little unhinged and weird. So that's why I called him out. It was weird. He was trying to pull me off of the point, which was a huge win. Thank you. And again, thank you. And I appreciate your subscription. You guys are amazing. Speaking of that, let's look at the subscriptions in YouTube. Ryan Kraus, I think that was you. Thank you, Ryan. That must have been you or maybe not, but thank you. We're at double digits both in TikTok and both on YouTube. We're going to stop in about 10. 14 new followers on TikTok. Thank you, you guys. You're over my magic number, and we're at 20,000 hearts on TikTok. Thank you, guys. You're amazing. Scott 78D said, I'm not a disrespectful person. I just talk basketball. God bless you. I'm trying to be better. Sometimes the trolls get to me, and I will try to roast them. It's not useful. So Desiree's working with me on that. She's the goddess of the chat. Cranky Boomer said, Cranky Boomer, how many phones you got, baby? You're on everything. Cranky Boomer, that was, here we go. William McFarland, he's not happy. He says that was a mediocre win. He's calling out Cranky Boomer. Cranky Boomer, are you going to take that sitting down? Look, who was that? I forget the name of the guy. It was irrelevant. You're dumb. That's just dumb. It was not, whatever you call it, was not it wasn't a mediocre win. They beat a mediocre team, but it wasn't a mediocre win. I will say this. Sometimes the Fever are mediocre. I can give you that, but tonight was not mediocre. See, and back to what Scott was saying earlier, if you say things like that are nonsense, it leads me to believe that, one, you don't understand the game or you just started watching basketball in the last couple of years. A lot of people, a lot of the younger folks, and I'm not being a boomer, maybe I am, a lot of the younger folks watching sports now have been poisoned by ESPN and ABC and a lot of these fools on the internet that don't really understand fundamentals. And you guys think when you see a fundamental play, you think it's mediocre. You don't understand how the game is played. First of all, you never played it. There's that. So history is important. I try to educate the young people. I won't roast them all the time, but if they say something ignorant, I'm honest and I say you need to educate yourself. What you're saying is nonsense and it doesn't help. Hopefully you're learning. Seeker, AT has said that Stephanie White is running the same old stuff she ran at Connecticut. No doubt. Look, Stephanie White got lucky and she didn't understand. She had a Ferrari when she thought she had a Mercedes. It's two different cars. She doesn't know how to drive the Ferrari, which is the Caitlin Clark experience, and she's getting smoked. Look, there's a lot of people in pro sports throughout time and memorial that were so good the coaches had no idea, especially Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Think about that. The coaches had no idea how to manage them. Let me give you a really great example. of a coach-player relationship that works. Steph Curry and Steve Kerr. There's no one else that could coach Steph Curry when Steph Curry became Steph Curry. Steve Kerr is a legend. He's a multi-championship winner. He was coached by Phil Jackson, Tex Winter, a number of other legends. He had a storied career. He has more playoff wins and playoff games than many people in his era, and he was a teammate of Michael Jordan. And check this out. In one of the finals, Michael Jordan dished to Steve Kerr for the winning championship shot, and Steve Kerr fucking hit it. So that's the kind of guy that's coaching Steph Curry, right? It's another level of guy or gal. It's just something you can't be. You have to be created into that, right? You just don't show up with that gravitas. So maybe that person isn't on the scene yet. Maybe they're not into coaching yet. But Caitlin Clark needs somebody like a Steve Kerr. She's just, look, she could win multiple championships. We all know it. She just needs to get to that point. And this is the pain you go through. Scott, 78D, is talking to other folks. Lee Richardson agreed with me. Nothing mediocre about that. 100%, Lee. And we know that's just nonsense. And TikTok, Seeker, she needs to be better for Wednesday. Pick and roll. You're talking about AB? Well, okay, I will say this. There was no time for pick and rolls because Caitlin Clark was like, let's put it, I got to put you on my back and we got to win this game. Caitlin Clark went into MVP mode. And again, it's really important to signify to folks, MVP is not how many points you score or necessarily how many games you win. That's all great. But MVP is what Caitlin Clark did tonight. A player who at any time, look, she beat a bad team, sure, but she can do that to any team. We've seen her do it to the best teams. Any player that can get in and change the game when your team needs it the most and then elevate everybody, that's your MVP. So you can have a rookie, Olivia Miles, score all these points because nobody's guarding her and she's the next op against Caitlin. Or you can have Asia, who's amazing. Okay, do the same thing over. Fine. Or anyone else. There's a number of others. You know, Beef Stewie, Freak Stewie is a candidate. Sure. But Beef Stewie can do that, and Asia can do that. So that's my point. You need a player who can come in and change the game and take their team to another level and energize that team. ABC with the pick and roll. Cranky Boomer, grew up with my dad being a ref for sports in Chicagoland area. That is amazing. That is an amazing thing. I just had lunch with somebody who is a new friend of mine, and their family is a 49er Hall of Fame family. It's pretty cool. And they have this incredible experience. It's been years and years. He was a player in the 70s. It's incredible. So to have that kind of, I mean, it's not the same thing, but to have some kind of a connection to sports like that, especially with your father, that's amazing. You know, my son, before we went out to the pool, because I have the game on everywhere. My son sat down with me and he watched the first quarter with me. And he's sitting there and he's copying me as I'm getting upset. I have to be careful because I curse on accident, right? He's copying me, and it was just a real cool moment. Now, he watched the worst quarter of basketball. That's not a quarter you want to bond with your kid over, but it was really cool. It's about fathers and sons, mothers and sons, daughters and fathers. It's about family, grandpas. Sports is about everybody. Keep it fresh. CC keeps it fresh. I love that. Okay, guys, we're right at an hour. You guys are hanging in there. This is for the animals tonight. We're double digits still, TikTok and YouTube. YouTube, TikTok, you guys are amazing. I even appreciate the trolls. It keeps me sharp and it makes me think. Look, sometimes I'll read a troll comment and halfway through, I'll change my thought. I'll be open-minded. So if you guys want to troll me, get to the point early, and then it helps me kind of understand where you're going. I mean, if you want to troll, I suppose, just tell me what you're thinking. Scott D said, I'm 49, so you know this. 46. Caitlin was me. 49. 49's a good age, baby. One more year, and it's F it 50s. Fuck it 50s. Bobby B, good to see you. That 15-point run was an MVP moment. Without that run, they might have lost. Dude, they would have lost. I agree with that. And if you, thank you for, you're probably responding to what I said. I mentioned it a few times tonight in the beginning. That's an MVP. People often ask me, how do you judge MVP? That's the tape. You watch that second quarter, that's all you need to know. Not only did she change the game, but she came in when it was over. How many times has the Fever come back from a 15-point deficit? They have done it, but not often. But this was a really bad situation. All the clouds, the darkness, the weirdness, the negativity, the drama, and Stephanie pulling the starters. The whole thing was wild. So yeah, that should be studied. I will tell people in the future. I will tell them on this day, June 22, 2026, Caitlin Clark, second quarter against the Mercury at home. That is an MVP type of performance. Angel was supposed to be, Bella Lee said, let's see here. Lee Richardson said, you coach to the rule but allow for exception. Amen. Let's see. Lee Richardson drops in Prince. You guys got some good references. I love me some Prince. CC is the equivalent of Prince, innate God-given talent sent here from the universe, like Prince when she had the hardest work ethic and when he had the hardest work ethic in conjunction with natural ability. I'm going to stick a pin in that. You said something incredible. I'm going to read this one, though. Bella Lee, Angel was supposed to be thrown, put the game with her 6th foul on Almond back-to-back, but the refs, I'm reading as you guys are writing it, left her in the game until the final minute to get her a double-double. Refs horrible. Yes, now the Angel Reese thing, I give her props, but it is staged. Angel Reese hitting people in the face with elbows consistently is technical foul city. They never call it. That's why she gets the rebounds. Nobody wants to get hit in the face because they're not going to get any support. Trust me. After what we saw against the Fever, 2 back-to-backs, it was pretty clear to me. That's how she's doing it. But cool. Hey, good on you. Be vicious. Get your numbers. That's sports. Back to what Lee Richardson said about comparing Cece to Prince. Let me just say, that is the power of the Caitlin Clark phenomenon. It's people that have historic backgrounds and understand things will connect this with genius, with generational talent. They will connect it to something they've never seen before because we rarely see it. So by connecting Caitlin Clark to someone like Prince or other geniuses in their craft who were phenoms from a child, that is just us signifying how incredible it is and how amazing it is that we're alive in this time to watch her. Man, I really wish I'd been older when Michael Jordan was in his prime, but I was too young to really understand it. As I got older, I was able to enjoy the older Jordan when he came back to her after retirement, but now I have to enjoy it through flashbacks and YouTube videos and just through history. But that's another way of enjoying the game, but you educate yourself. So look, it's deep. And that's why people that hate Caitlin Clark without any point are just childlike people, or they just have weird issues, or they're just negative people, and basically they just don't understand what they're watching. And I tell people that all the time that are negative on the chat about Caitlin Clark. You don't know what you're watching. You think it's something, but it's something else because your mind has been warped by the internet. You need to take a step back and watch a full season. Go back to her old college tapes. You will grow a pair and understand that it's really weird and squishy and misogynistic and really nuts to be so hateful against somebody who's trying to just play basketball. What has she done wrong to anybody? Nothing, man. But people hate her just because she's good. But that's greatness. You get hated because you're good. Look, she's never going to be normal. She's always going to be a famous icon. She's going to have to adjust to that. It's a strange world she lives in. And in my opinion, a 24-year-old woman who has the weight of the world on her shoulders, every moment she can be picked apart by the internet. Everyone's watching her moves. She seems to be doing okay for me at this point. Seeker said, Grok says the lowest scoring quarter in WNBA history was Dallas with 2 points. I don't doubt that. This was pretty terrible. Tonight was one for the record books. You guys are keeping it funky fresh. We're in double digits. It's animal time. This is when the animals after the first hour. So many great comments in the chat. That guy that was trolling me earlier gave up. He was so mad at me. I don't know why he was so mad at me. It's okay. People get mad at me because they're just mad. I don't know. It's okay. He'll come back. We'll be friends. A lot of my relationships started off with them mad at me. It worked out. Then they ended mad at me. I'm used to it. Lee Richardson said they both take their craft on court or state as a blood sport. Fair enough. Look, they give it all. And that's something the younger folks don't understand about Caitlin Clark. They just think she's like everybody else, and that's why they try to take her down a notch. It's just mind virus. Bella Lee, who dislikes Angel Reese, says, it's mostly Angel Bricklayer Reese. Oh, the R word. I don't like saying that one, but I feel you. Fans that hate on her because Angel shoots from her hip and is 6'4", but still misses layups. She does shoot from her hip. Yeah, the Caitlin Clark thing, the hate is weird. You're right. There was that component. I'm not going to argue that. And I will say this. In my TikTok chat, my comments, there are people that really go hard on that stuff in the chat, on the comments to each other. It's interesting to me. So people still think that's a thing. And I guess maybe it might be if they're still talking about it. I read some stuff that shocks me. Bobby B, fun facts. Every text CC has gotten came from a game-winning run. It's not crying. Amen. It is a strategy. Caitlin Clark would love to get suspended. She's working on it. I said it earlier. If she's suspended for a tech from one of these lame no calls, it's going to be worldwide news, and the spotlight will be on the referees and on the friend. Caitlin knows what she's doing. They better hope she doesn't get suspended for too many technicals or sets the record, which she's working on, because it will draw attention to the problem. Caitlin Clark didn't get to this position without good advisors. I know someone smart is advising her, just go hard. That's what I'd tell her. I'd say, you whine, complain, bitch, moan, go all day long until they fix this, because it's an op against her. We all know it. Because when they ref it tight, when they ref it right, then you see what you see tonight. Caitlin Clark is unguardable if they ref by the book. Lucy, what's up, Lucy? Good to see you. I remember you, Lucy. Would it be a bad call to put the rookies at the end? A bad call to put the rookies at the end? I'm not sure what you mean by that. The end of what? I'm intrigued. Fantasy football. Oh, here we go. Desiree says, subscribe. Okay, we're about to wrap. When Desiree says subscribe to fantasy football for the fourth time, it means we should wrap. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for all the subscriptions, man, on YouTube. You know what's crazy is in I can't see all the subscriptions. So when you guys subscribe on YouTube, please tell me. I appreciate it. Because in my software here, I'm using a desktop called Streamlabs. It gives me some of the subscriptions on a tally, but I can't see them all. So in our last show, which hit thousands, I got 50 subscribers during that show, and I didn't know it. I thought nobody subscribed. I felt bad. So you guys are amazing. Thank you. Courtside Media, what's up, fam? I know I keep telling you I'm going to hit you up. I almost hit you up today, but things got busy. I'm going to hit you up. Thanks, man. We're about to wrap up. We're going to have to do something. We'll collaborate. You're amazing. Lucy Grox. Okay, here we go. The quarter. Oh, Lucy's saying, would it be bad to put rookies in at the end of the quarter? Depends. You know, every coach has a strategy. It's usually about situationally what's happening in a quarter. In fact, at the end of a quarter, it's usually kind of precious time, right? Depending on the shot clock and all these things. So you kind of want your best players in at the end of quarters. I would say you could put them in at the beginning of like a third quarter, might be, if you want to try them out. But usually in practice, you kind of know what you're dealing with, and you want to get them minutes. But it's tough when you have a team like this where everybody's a baller. Look, you can give the ball to 5 of these ladies, and they could just look. All of them could take over a game. Honestly, we've seen them all do it. But Caitlin's the one that can change a game. There's a difference. Courtside Media, most definitely, fam. Whenever you're ready, dude, we're gonna do it. I commit to you, and you're holding me to it. I really appreciate you jumping on here. Erica C says 411. We're wrapping up. Caitlin was having way more fun this game than any game I've seen her this season. She has been checked out until today. Well, because she got a chance to coach 3 quarters. That's why she was rallying the team. Caitlin coaches by action, and she's talking to the ladies. You got to have that. Michael Jordan coached. Now, I'm not trying to compare, but I'm just Steph Curry, Michael Jordan. The very good players, look, even players that are journey players, veterans, will coach the team. A good coaching relationship knows your stars, knows your leaders, knows your pecking order. You let them police the team. Let it flow, man. There's no reason why Stephanie White should be holding back on Caitlin Clark. And at this point, I think this game changed a lot. I'm not saying Stephanie will hang in there. I think she has a lot to overcome to keep this job. But this was quite the momentum shift. Seeker5 says, Caitlin said in postgame tonight to place your bets on which she's going to get suspended. I know we talked about it earlier. And again, it's a strategy. She wants to get suspended because that's the only way they're going to hear her. Let's see here. What else? Let's see here. Erica says, because, yeah, you're talking about Alyssa Thomas. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Okay. Forever a Swifty asked me a question about HBO. When are we going to do lives about House of the Dragon? Oh my God. Okay, here's the thing. I was on edibles last night when I watched the episode. So I missed I saw the very end and I was like, oh dude, I thought, okay, I'm not going to spoil it. No spoilers. But it's a big episode, guys. And what happened at the end of the episode, I thought it was happening. Oh, I don't know. I got to tell you, that last battle went on like 5 hours. I was wasted. Oh, by the way, Desiree, I'm so busy with basketball. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a House of the Dragon. I don't know if we can do it. If the fans want it, we might do it. If the fans want it, maybe we'll do one after one of our basketball ones if the fans want it. But it's been wild. I've been so busy. And I'm doing so many lives and so much content, I'm starting to lose my voice. Oh, Forever a Swifty, it's minor compared to what's coming. I know, that was crazy. At the very end, I was like, no, dude, no. I was like, it was crazy. So I'm going to finish watching it again without being high. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. I love it in YouTube. You guys have been so consistent on YouTube. We're still in double digits. Only the animals are still on. Okay, let's see here. Let's wrap it up. Let's see here. Callie, what's up, Callie? I coached high school and had better defensive players than no DCC. First of all, I love you in a brotherly love. But first of all, don't come on here saying you coach high school like that's like some authority, okay? Not to mock you, but come on, baby. But that's your negative. Here's your positive. No DCC is pretty funny. I've never heard that. But look, can I be mean to you? Let me be mean to you. I think it's misogynistic for men to always complain about Caitlin Clark's defense when that's just bullshit. I'm being really fair with you because I do not hear ladies complain about her defense. I only hear men complain about it because that's what men go to when they want to devalue women's basketball. I'm sorry. You're in the mind virus. It is misogynistic. I'm not that guy, but I'm just being fair to you. If you were her and took your teams to Final Fours in college, you play defense. You don't accomplish what she accomplished in college without playing defense. It's fucking bullshit. Now, there have been times she's been a defensive liability. I will not take that away from you. But it's not enough times to say it's some sort of thing that's holding the team back. The coach's defensive schemes are holding the team back. If you watch interviews and if you know what you're talking about, Sophie Cunningham 3 weeks ago said, this team has a terrible defensive IQ. There's only a few people that understand defense on this team. She called the team out. I've never heard that before. Okay, so let's stop with this. CC doesn't play defense, and I was a high school coach. I just roasted you. God bless you. I didn't think you expected that. Okay, we're going to end on that note. I want a positive note. I told you guys I'm edgy. Let's see here. Robbie, most great offensive players don't really play good defense. Those are awful facts. Well, fine, Bobby, you can say that, but name me okay, let me joust you. Name me a great player that didn't play defense. And I'll say to you, that's not a good player. You have to play both sides. But I go back to Caitlin's career and her history. That's all I'm saying. Now, if someone comes to me and says, here's all these reasons why she's not a good defensive player, I would say to them, why are you trying so hard? She's the greatest offensive player women's basketball has seen in 20 years. Why are we trying so hard to find something to devalue Clark? But if you want to talk about her defense in relation to the rest of the team, cool. But there's been plenty. Look, I watch Caitlin all the time, more than the other players. I watch the other players too, and I see her trying to cover. Also, here's another thing I tell people. When Caitlin is sat down, that's when most of the runs happen by the other teams. Think about that. When you look at when Caitlin's off the court, the loss of progress point-wise always is deeper. So look at it that way. But we're not just, look, I'm open-minded, but when people say, shit, I don't play defense, I tend to get defensive because it seems misogynistic, because I have not met anyone who has been able to tell me why that's so important to them, and it's always dudes. Sorry. Let's see here. Seeker, the coaches can do a lot to help CC, but on D with strategy, Lisa B did it at Iowa, 100%. And most of the time, defense is collaborative. Look, I think part of the problem is a lot of folks don't know that they're playing zone or they're playing man-to-man because they don't know what they're playing, right? So a lot of the defense is scrambled. There are everywhere. And that's why the Fever lose big sometimes and lose big leads, is they are lost on defense. Caitlin's barking at everybody. She's barking at everybody. And I honestly think that a lot of the fights between Caitlin and the coaching has been her wanting the ladies to play better defense. I left Callie. Thank you. You can leave Callie. Look, I roasted Callie, but Callie, if Callie wants to roast me back, we're cool. But coincidentally, I'm ending the live. No, come back, Callie. I have to go. Okay. All right, you guys are amazing. I know. I got a little nasty there, but look, okay. So let's. I'm trying to find a positive comment. Let's see here. Big C liked the live. Thank you. Okay. Moni Scotia has subscribed on YouTube. Thank you. Good night, y'all. Seeker's out of here. Okay. Since Seeker said good night, I'll say good night. You guys are amazing. Thank you. We've been on an hour and 20 minutes. Double digits in both YouTube and TikTok. The YouTubers, they're animals. I love it. Great chat tonight, guys. Thank you, Desiree Goddess of the chat. Couldn't do it without you. We had 3 gifts tonight on TikTok, 14 new subscribers, and I think about 10 new subscribers on YouTube, but I can't see them all, so thank you, guys. 24,000 hearts on TikTok. That is insane. Our last show on TikTok and YouTube blew up overnight. Thank you, guys. It's so rewarding to wake up and see the numbers are huge in the morning. Thank you, guys, for sharing, liking, commenting. All that's amazing. Forever a Swifty said, my cat is watching the live too. She's intrigued. Your cat loves me. Cats love me. All animals love me. She is intrigued, right? Thank you, Desiree. Again, Desiree is the goddess of the chat. She's amazing. Guys, subscribe, $2.99 on TikTok. If you want to get into our fantasy league, it's crazy. League of Goats, Season 3 is insane. We have huge scoring. I can't even get into it because we can talk about it forever. And we will go back and forth on live, which is a lot of fun. Football season's coming up every day that ticks off. We're getting closer. And I want to say thank you to Courtside Media, Bella Lee, Erica, Cranky Boomer. Let's see here. Lee Richardson in YouTube was amazing. Scott 78D. Let's see here. John R, who was hating me for like thousands of comments. Just my 2 cents that set me off. Bobby B, thank you. Let's see here. Bobby B, Callie. Let's see here. Who else was in the chat? Lucy N. You guys are dope. Let's see here. Oh, and on TikTok, I can give you my top. Hold on real quick. I can give you my top watchers. Lucy N, Bobby B, Kelly 14, Mr. Wilson, Cool, and Hooser Tammy. Hooser Tammy, welcome back. You guys are amazing. We're wrapping. We're signing off, guys. Follow me, Real Jason J. Daniel, on TikTok to be a part of the TikTok Live. Oh, Kelly 14, you just jumped up on that top 10. Thank you, Kelly. Guys, thank you so much. Also on YouTube, I'm at Jason J. Daniel on everything. If you want to stalk me or haunt me, apparently some of you guys tonight will, you can follow me on all my social. God bless you. God bless the USA. Via con Dios. Go with God. We're going to wrap. We will be back on. I didn't even use my notes. Isn't that crazy? You guys are just, it's crazy. You guys, 2 nights I didn't even use my notes. You guys are amazing. The comments are just amazing. We will be back on live again 2 nights from now when the Fever play the Mercury Phoenix again. Join me about 2 hours after each game, depending on what coast it's on. It's a little tricky. I'm on the West Coast, so I usually go between 8 and 9 Pacific. I try to get on before 9 because I know it's late for you guys, but thank you guys for watching. Also, I will post on the YouTube forum, and I will also post on TikTok and X. Follow me on X, thousands of viewers, and I will let you know when we're going live. Again, thank you guys for everything. Have a great night, and you made it amazing. I really appreciate you guys so much. Signing off on TikTok. God bless you. Take care. And you are out. Bye, TikTok. Guys, we're still on YouTube right now. So thank you for hanging out on the YouTube chat. I will turn off TikTok, and then YouTube still stays on. It is I'm simulcasting. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for everything. I can't see all the subscribers, the new subscriptions, but I appreciate that. John R., if you're watching, I will reach out to you. Thank you. I'm not devaluing what you said, but you were really hitting me with nonsensical stuff that wasn't in the flow, and it's hard for me to answer that when you're getting really technical on your complaints about my video, which is fair. It's just it's a lot to read, and also I have two chats going, so it is kind of a balance. But thank you for the hate or whatever it was. You guys take care. Vaya con Dios. Go with God, and God will go with you. And again, join me next time. I appreciate you guys so much for all the shares and the likes and the subscriptions. By the way, I'm going to start to read comments when I can. Comments on my other videos that aren't on the live. By the way, the comments in the live are saved during the live, but they're not on the comments. So if you ever want to go back to what we talked about in the live, just watch the live stream again, open it up, and you can watch. I'm sure you know this. You can watch the comments in real time as though you're watching it live. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.